Have you ever seen a drain that goes up instead of going down? These are known as vacuum drain systems. What they do is they suck the wastewater out through the overhead piping and pull it all back to the central vacuum station. At this vacuum station, there's collection tanks that all that water goes to, and one of them here has several leaks. So because that tank is leaking in a vacuum, these pumps, they run almost non-stop because we can never achieve a good vacuum and hold it. As soon as it struggles to get there. But if I come and I valve it off, must be pulling some water out of somewhere. See, valve it off, it actually holds. And then you can hear right there, right along there, real bad over here. So we had to order a new tank, and I've got it valved off here. You see, valved off right there and valved off up there, and I don't think there's going to be too much to changing it. We've just got some hose clamps on these connections up here. Looks like we've got something here, maybe a sensor, and then we've got 4 bolts and nuts that hold it down. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one off and see if there's any vacuum on the inside here. There actually is some vacuum in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to shut it down for a little while to change this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen all those, and then I guess loosen all my hose clamps. We got one down here on the bottom as well. And then real quickly try to swap them out. Once I remove the vacuum out of the tank, if there's any water in here, which there very well may be, once the vacuum is out, it should drain out through here, because that valve won't have a vacuum anymore holding it in. Alright, I've got my 4 nuts and bolts out. I'm about as ready as I'll ever be to do this. I think the most difficult task of all was moving this float assembly and its lead from one tank to the other. It had to be disconnected and fed back through the Romex connectors and down the tank. So the entire float assembly with the wire had to come in and out of the large opening here, and then once it was in there, we pull the wire out through the small little 3/4 inch access point that we connect the Romex to. Alright, I'm halfway through it. I got the old tank off. Everything came apart pretty good. There's some connections in here that I'll have to show you. But I had to turn it back on, which is okay, I believe, but we had a lot of water that was up there that needed to come through. So I turned it on so that we didn't start overflowing anywhere. Looks like before I put on this bottom one, I'm going to have to secure it with the fasteners here. Alright, I got everything together. Now I'm going to try to open it back up. I believe that's that. So the system holds a vacuum until the different circuits throughout the store open. There's dozens of them. Once it opens, we start getting flow through these one-way check valves, and then that slowly decays the vacuum, brings water in to the tanks, and then once this gets low enough, it turns the pumps back on. So this vacuum is present throughout all the piping. At some point in time, the vacuum over here becomes greater than the vacuum that's over here with the different circuits that open, and then that's what forces this valve open, the greater vacuum on the left side. There we go. What was happening was this tank with the crack on the bottom was causing this pump to run all the time because we were constantly sucking air in through here. So we would have had pump failure because they just run all the time or start up more often than they should. That's all I got on this video, you guys. So if you enjoy watching this kind of content and you want to see more, you know, this educational stuff, especially for you technicians that are getting up there and, you know, just learning, definitely subscribe, hit the like button so more can see it. Thank you for watching. I wish you a very nice day.